Hello dear aspirants, welcome you all to BEC, that's Banking English classes. Dear students, of late I have been receiving a lot of requests from so many students that sir please come up with a nice video on sentence rearrangement, which forms one of the most important parts of Banking English sections. So today we will solve a particular question on sentence rearrangement, and before we start solving this question, let me give you a few pieces of important information on what sentence rearrangement or otherwise jumbled sentence is. Dear students, jumbled sentences mean you will get a paragraph where most of the sentences will be mixed up. You won't get them in their proper order, right? Especially I am talking about banking sentence rearrangement questions, where a paragraph is given to students in jumbled or mixed up forms. The students are supposed to rearrange the paragraph and put them back into their proper places, so that the moment we start reading again from the beginning to the end of the paragraph, all the sentences should be connected with one another properly, and the overall the overall sense should be logical. It should be coherent, logical and meaningful. Okay. So now I told you what sentence rearrangement question can be. Many students become panic-stricken when it comes to sentence rearrangement or jumbled sentence questions. But dear friends, no need to worry, because I have a solution for it. So now let us just put some emphasis on the strategies required to solve this particular question. My dear friends, as I said, you will get certain sentences which are not in proper order. For example, in case of the first sentence A, you will find some other sentences, or vice versa, right? So what we are supposed to do? We must try to find out the first sentence. Now, a question must be arising in your mind, that how is it possible for us to get that first sentence? My dear friends, it is very simple. I am going to tell you about that. The first sentence of any jumbled sentence or sentence rearrangement question should be an independent sentence, where there is not a single bit of confusion possible, where you don't have any linking words such as though, although, despite, in spite of, however, etc. The first sentence will not have any pronouns either. For example, pronouns like its, it, this, that, these, those will be eliminated and will have no chance to become the first sentence, right? So you must look into all this important information before attempting the passage or before going through the question for the solution, right? So what I said, the first sentence should not have any kind of confusion. It should be an independent sentence where the idea right from the beginning of the sentence to the end should flow lucidly. There should not be any ambiguity. It should not be ambiguous. In addition to this, there should not be the use of pronouns and words which bring out contrast, or you can say in a nutshell, contrast indicating words or linking words should find missing. Okay. So now, once you have found out the first sentence, the job becomes much easier. All that you need to do after that is see the important keywords in it. The important keywords are those words without which the remaining part of the sentence will stand hollow, will stand meaningless. Right? For example, if I say global warming costs thousands of lives across the world each year. So here the important keywords will be global warming and thousands of lives, right? If you take away these 2 or 3 important phrases, the remaining part of the sentence will not be meaningful. I hope you must have understood what the keywords are. So now, let me repeat the entire process till this part again. What I said, we must focus on finding out the first sentence. The first sentence will not be ambiguous. There should not be a single bit of confusion or ambiguity in it. It shouldn't contain any contrast indicators or linking words such as, I told you a few minutes back, pronouns or connecting any other connecting words for that matter, right? And once we have latched onto, once we have discovered the first sentence, our second strategy should be to look at the keywords on which the sentence is based, right? So now let us start the sentence rearrangement question, and just I am giving you another piece of important information before that. Once we have found out the first sentence and we have also located the keywords in it, what we should do, we should move on to the next sentence right from the beginning, and we must see in which particular option most of those keywords are present. And there is every chance that most of the keywords, if we found most of the keywords in one particular option, that is going to be the second sentence. And let's start it straight away. Option number A says the exhibition, right? The moment I say the exhibition, doubts creep into your mind and you start thinking which exhibition, right? If in the place of the exhibition, the word were written, in place of the exhibition, if the word were written, then we would not have any doubt, because there is only one word and we can relate to it immediately. There is only one word, there is only one moon, there is only one earth. So these words will not create any doubt in our mind. But when I start a sentence with the exhibition, all of a sudden a particular thing, a question strikes our mind, that which exhibition? The exhibition talks about a particular exhibition, and there has not been any information or any mention about that exhibition before. In fact, we are going to start it, and here, just for this confusion, we are eliminating option A. It cannot be the first sentence. So we have to move on to the next sentence to see if it can fit to become the first sentence. The way we eliminated the exhibition, because it created a lot of doubts in our mind. Similarly, the first living elephant, right? There are so many living elephants right now on our planet. Which particular living elephant are we talking about? So again, this particular option also creates a doubt in our mind, and a bit of confusion is left behind, and hence this option cannot be the first sentence as well. Okay, so now we are moving to the third one. Alongside the elephant again refers to a particular elephant, and there is no information provided about this particular elephant anywhere in this particular sentence, right? And hence option number C will also be eliminated because it will leave certain doubts in our mind. Okay, so now we are moving on to D. One compelling example. One example. One example. See, it is quite clear that the question of example comes only when we start discussing something on a particular concept. Without any particular concept, the question of example does not arise, and hence this also stands eliminated. I mean, option number D cannot be the first sentence anyhow. Now we are left with two more options. E. A unique photograph of the elephant. Which elephant? There are thousands of elephants. In fact, lakhs of them are there in the world. Which particular elephant are we talking about? So, since the confusion it creates at first hand in our mind, the possibility of its being the first sentence stands eliminated. Now we are left with the last option, and of course, obviously, that option is going to be the first sentence. And let us see what idea does it contain. It will be a great thing. The author wants to say that something is going to be really great. What is that? To carry, to take something from one place to another. Here, what are we talking about? We are talking about carrying the first elephant to America. Right? Here, my dear students, please do mention that here, when I say the first elephant, we are talking about the case of a particular elephant. I am giving you the instance of a particular elephant being carried from one part of the planet to another planet. What I mean to say is, an elephant for the first time in the history of the world, for that matter, is going to be carried from one planet, one place to the other place. So, absolutely, there is no confusion here in the last sentence. And the last sentence talks about the elephant. The first elephant means a particular elephant being carried from one place which is not mentioned here to America, the place which has got significant mention over here, right? So now, what I said, once we have found out the first sentence, our purpose should always be to locate the key words on which the sentence is based. And obviously, the keywords in these sentences are elephant, being carried, and to the place where it is being carried to. So now, let me tell you again what are the keywords we have found out so far in the last sentence. The first one is the elephant, second, carry, and the third one is the place to which it is being carried to, or it was carried to. So now, let us see let us visit the other options and see in which particular option these informations are provided precisely, and that one is going to be the second sentence, right? So now, if I write the order, F should be the first sentence. It should come first in the order. So now let us go to A. The exhibition. As you can see, there is a lot of disparity. Okay, there is no synchronization, connectivity or link between option number F and option number A. Option number F talks about an elephant being carried to America, while option number A emphasizes the mention of the word exhibition. It lays a lot of emphasis on the exhibition. It talks about the exhibition, and hence there is no connecting link between option number F and option number A. So this is eliminated. And my dear friends, let me tell you again that we are now going to look for the second sentence, as we have already found out the first one. B. The first living elephant which was ferried. Ferried means travelled, or it is synonymous with the word carried. Okay, all the way from Kolkata to the US. US, all of you know, okay, America, right? I was just telling you a few minutes back that the place to which the elephant was carried has been mentioned here. But now we ended up getting another important piece of information that the elephant was carried from Kolkata to America, was later exhibited in Boston and New York. Fine. So the elephant was carried from Kolkata to the USA, and after reaching USA, it was exhibited, it was shown to people over there in Boston and New York. Okay, so now this has every link that we need to be the second sentence. So now let us put a question mark and keep it for time being because we have 3 more options to go. We have still 3 more options. Alongside the elephant, 41 rare photos collected over the last 150 years form part of the exhibition. If you have read the sentence thoroughly, you must have understood that the option number C talks about what are collected and what are exhibited in a museum or in the Indian Museum, right? It doesn't have any information about the elephants being carried to another place, and hence option number C cannot be the second option, and option number D can be outrightly eliminated because here there is no link there is no information provided about an elephant anywhere. So now option number D cannot be the second sentence as well. Option number E has been selected, right? So we have only one option, that is option number B, and B is going to be your second sentence. So now let us read out option number B and see what are its keywords, and we are going to take those keywords and now going to find out the same keywords in other options. Option number B talks about the first elephant being carried from Kolkata to the USA, and the most important piece of information that it introduces here is its exhibition in Boston and New York. My dear friends, let me tell you that now we talked about the elephant's journey from Kolkata to America. Right now it traveled from Kolkata and has landed up in the USA, and now it's being exhibited in Boston and New York. The main focus of option number B is the exhibition of the elephant which found its new place in US. The main focus is exhibition. Please do remember, right? It was exhibited in Boston and New York. Okay. Acha. It may be the clue. Okay. Yes. So we got it now. Option number B. Okay. The first sentence is F. The second one is B. So now any other option which talks about exhibition stands every chance to become the third option. And I have told you that no matter which option you are going to find out, you must always start from the beginning, right? Let us start from option number A. Here it talks about the exhibition tells the story, okay, of association between the two countries long before the latest thrust to step off diplomatic and trade ties. I'm sorry, it should be step up. Step up means to strengthen, bolster, and diplomatic and trade ties were initiated. Obviously, there is a link between option number A and option number B. Option number B talks about exhibition. Option number A also talks about exhibition. But if you have rightly observed, option B talks about the exhibition of the elephant. The elephant was exhibited, but nowhere in option number A has there been any clue or any information on the elephants. So now this cannot be the third option, right? So now we have already found out option number B. Now let us go to option number C and see if it has all the ingredients, all the important keywords that we are looking for. Alongside the elephant, 41 rare photos collected over the last 150 years form part of the exhibition at the Indian Museum. Okay, fine. Alongside the elephant. This may be the next option. Let us, for time being, retain it. Let us retain it for the time being, because it talks about alongside the elephant. 41, what was there? The elephant was there, and at the side of the elephant, 41 rare photos were also there. Okay, fine. So now let us go to option number D. Option number D does not shed any light on elephant. Option number D cannot be the third answer choice. I mean the third option. So now we have one more option here left, that is option number E. It talks about a unique photograph of the elephant achieved by the New York Historical Society is now exhibited in the city, and in every possibility this option is going to be the third option, because in option number B, as you can see, okay, exhibition, there has been information provided about exhibition, right? And moreover, you have found mention of the place where the elephant was exhibited, and the third important clue about the elephant. So there are three clue words here which are matching in option number E. One, elephant, then exhibited, and then the place where it is exhibited. Option number E also talks about the unique photograph of the elephant. New York, okay, is the place where it has been mentioned, exhibited, and here you can see directly exhibited being mentioned here. Okay, so option number E is going to be your third sentence. FBE, right? Let me tell you again, F, B and E are the first three options that we have already found out so far by thoroughly assessing and weighing down all the options. So now let us go to option number E. It talks about the elephant, talks about its photograph, talks about achieved means stored, okay, and talks about exhibition, right? And let's start with the first option and let us find out the fourth option. The exhibition tells the story of association between the two countries long before the latest thought. As you can see, this particular sentence talks about the association, the relationship between two countries, and as I told you sometimes back, no information regarding the elephant and its exhibition is provided there, and hence it cannot be the fourth option. So now we have B, option number B, okay, and B is already selected as you can see here, so it cannot come into the scrutiny right now. Then option number C, alongside the elephant. Yes, we have found out the information that we are looking for, as you have rightly read in option number E. Option number E emphasizes the photograph of the elephant which was stored in New York Historical Society, which was exhibited in New York Historical Society, and alongside the elephant, that means just beside, next to that elephant, 41 rare photos were also exhibited which were collected from 150 years, okay, over the last 150 years at the Indian Museum. So now obviously we have found out, almost we are very near to option number 4. Let us go to the only option left, and as you can see, option number D talks about only compelling example. So here it cannot be the fourth option. So we have the fourth option, that is option number C. F, B, E, C. We are left with only two more options, and we are on the verge of ending this session soon. It is really interesting, a very interesting session going on, I request all of you to stay connected till the end, because you will learn only when you will learn through fun. Once you sit patiently and listen to the entire lesson from the beginning to the end. Now let us go to option number C straight away. It talks about the collection of 41 rare photos. Okay, and the 41 rare photos were exhibited alongside the elephant, and it talks about exhibition. And obviously you must have observed right now that option number A talks about the exhibition. The exhibition where the elephant alongside alongside the elephant 41 rare photos were also displayed. That exhibition also tells the story of association between the two countries. Okay, the exhibition tells us or gives us an important piece of knowledge about the intimacy, the relationship between the two countries long before the latest thrust, long back. Okay, let us not go through the remaining part. That is absolutely unnecessary because we have already found out the clue. So now it is going to be your next option, F, B, E, C, A, and I don't need to tell you the last one, that is option number D, right? So the order should be F, B, E, C, A, D. So if I want to give you the answers, then most probably the answers should be 1 should be 3, right? 2 should be 1, 3 should be 4, 4 should be 2, and the last option should be E, right? Thank you all for your wonderful time and for your valuable patient hearing till now. Thank you all. It was a wonderful session, and we will come up with many such sessions in future. So stay connected, and if you like our video, please do subscribe it, share it, and like it. Thank you all.